Before we get into today's episode, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Open Doors, Open Mind YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and on our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook and now TikTok. Links to all will be in the description below. But without further ado, let's watch the episode.
Oh dear. You alright, mate?
Hey.
Hey, you good?
Yeah, well, the beginning of it was taking ages, so I just thought I'd just sort out some stuff. Where would you like to sit if you're on a plane? Are you by the window? No one wants to be in the middle.
No.
Or are you in the aisle?
I'm in the aisle because I don't like flying.
Oh. Why don't you like flying?
I didn't mind it until one time I flew to Miami
Okay.
and we hit ridiculous turbulence.
So something happening once has now caused you to judge something forever, even though you were fine before it happened once, and now that's your go-to.
No, I sat by the window and I didn't like it, and me and my father were hanging on to each other because the plane was literally up and down, and now I choose not to look outside the window and sit in the aisle seat because I don't like flying.
Did you, when you landed, did you feel like all that kind of worry was wasted?
No, I shot out the front and nearly got shot. I shot out of the Miami airport.
Don't do that. That's worse. That is worse than some shitty turbulence on a bloody flight than getting out of an airport and then being shot because you want to get on a plane.
Shot.
You,
I lit up a fag in the wrong place. And they pulled a gun on me and said, "What are you doing?" And
in
I was
Miami, though?
Yeah.
When was this?
So what was I? I wasn't smoking at 15.
So you were smoking at 15. You have to. It was 18 now, isn't it? Smoke? Not then, but now it is.
Yeah. And then basically, I was like, "Whoa," and he's like, "No, you need to go into the smoking lounge." And literally, it was like opening the door, and it's like fog, and all you can see is loads of people. Yeah,
of course. I was just sorting out where I was flying and where my suit was going to be, and I'm the aisle person. And the main reason I like to be the aisle person is because I like to be able to just get whenever I want. I can't deal with people's eye roll. I do it when I get
squeezing past them.
I do it at a theatre because I did the eye roll. No, I don't want to do it to me. You know what I mean? I feel like that's quite intense when when you're at a theatre and you're sat like in a meeting, like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, and then you're dying to go to the toilet right in the middle of a performance. I'd rather pee myself.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Then be inconsiderate and make people get up. I just,
you weirdo.
and try not to be inconsiderate.
Inconsiderate, right? Okay, obviously we're here for mental health, not for you.
That is mental health stuff.
What, your wee toilet breaks and other people's and window seats.
This is stuff that goes on in my head. You're always telling me like, oh, you never open up. There you go.
So let's get this right. Your mental health is affected by somebody else going for a wee or sitting in an aisle seat.
Oh, no, me going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. If I can't get up because I have to ask someone else to get up and they're asleep, I'm like, I bought spare trousers.
Will it not be a bit obvious, the wet patch?
Nah, it depends how long the flight is.
Luke sat there going, I'm not saying nothing.
It's fine.
Okay. Obviously, we've got a fair few guests coming up.
Where?
Obviously, with today was to tell people that to come and sponsor.
Oh.
You were supposed to have done it at the beginning, but you were too busy sorting out flights and worried about extra trousers for not going to have to go for a wee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you carry on. You do your bit. I'll do some work stuff here. Okay, carry on.
So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we have now got a fair few guests that want to come on. He is literally just going to sit there and do nothing, isn't he?
Yeah, all you say is all I do is talk all the time. Because when I do talk, I just cut it up at home and then just fit out that it's.
I notice you don't cut it up with me. You cut it up with you a lot.
Yeah, you cut your own stuff up.
No, that's not the point.
It's going on my Instagram. I do tag it. And you are in those videos. You
Am
normally,
I not look good enough to go on your Instagram?
normally you do this.
Such an ass, you know that. Anyway, boys and girls,
And everyone else.
and everybody else, we are
you.
nearly hitting the 1,000 subscriber mark. We are doing very well.
Cool.
We are climbing. We have some sponsors coming on, ready for the guest. That's why we're starting a fresh. I say fresh, as in with me and you, and then the next episode we'll have the sponsors on them.
Also, we're going to advertise in each other's podcast.
Correct.
Because you have this podcast. Let's look at the screen. Open Doors, Open Minds. Because I always get that wrong because I never put the S on. And then obviously we'll have another podcast with Mr. Luke, Sensible Football Talk, which, do you know what? I do feel that actually those sports sort of podcasts do help with mental health as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Sport in general, we all know that released the Dolphins.
Release the Dolphins! Release the Dolphins!
I'm going to get a flipper. Oh, it's going to be one of them podcasts today, isn't it?
No, we're going to talk about real serious stuff in a minute.
Oh, wait. Have you got stuff planned then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to be a guest on this show, all you have to do is comment below or just you can slide into our DMs.
A lot of people have been sliding into DMs.
They slid into my DMs.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, we got guests from you as well, haven't we?
Well, come on.
Oh, God.
I'm here for a reason. Anyway.
Yeah.
How has your week been? Last week, I was a little worried. Loads of things going on, loads of things going down, stuff with family, stuff with work, blah, blah, blah. How are you feeling this week? You seem quite chilled.
I've gone and done everything that I've learned. I've gone around people that's my support network and done what they've recommended. The tools that I've learned over the years, yes, I was in a bad way towards the end of the week last week. My PTSD was absolutely off the chart. Certain things that had happened in the past had popped itself up and it triggered me. I thought I had dealt with certain parts of stuff that had happened in way back to 2010, 2014 kind of area and put it all behind me, and one thing triggered it.
Do you reckon PTSD would be a really good rap name?
I'm surprised nobody's actually done that.
I'm just
thinking about
when
that.
you were saying this, I was like,
PTSD
yeah.
live.
PTSD. Music, television, you control. If anyone's old enough to remember that. Well, you look better on the scale of feeling great and then feeling rubbish. Where are you on the scale of the mental health?
I'd say about a 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting, since I went down to pretty much probably a 0 to a 1 last week.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty low.
And obviously each day I'm trying to get that little bit further up the ladder again.
I'm going to set an experiment, actually. Do you reckon, and you do have friends and people around you that speak to you and when they're going through tough times and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Does that make you think slightly differently about your mental health when you see someone else's that I'm going to do in quotas is worse? You know, when we spoke to our guest last week, you know, he's working at a prison and their mental health is like a different level. Are you on a safety level that you know you can kind of deal with compared to if you were on the other level, which would probably put you in a place where there's rehabilitation, but really it's just a place where you can just exist and you're maybe not getting better. It's just
Yeah,
actually
just taken out of society, basically.
yeah,
isn't it?
that's a different level.
That's a whole different level,
It's a bit like saying, you know, I when I go to shops, I will probably want to shop at other shops because it's cheaper, because I feel like I don't have much money, compared to if you went to another country where that is beyond poor, and you'd be like, comparable.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing of being not having a lot of money wherever I live, but are they the same? And I'm just saying, like, where you are with your PTSD, with your mental health, would it make a difference seeing or being around people whose was a different level to yours? That was
Obviously,
a long-winded question, sorry.
So what I'm worried about is getting that bad. That's what worries me.
Can you see
if
it? Can you see you getting that bad?
When I was in my darkest time, yeah, I was.
But you weren't there for
direction.
you weren't there for a long time though.
It felt like an eternity.
Okay, no.
No, but in a sense of it felt like an eternity. It didn't feel like I had a way out. That's what I truly fight. So when it went, I went bad, like as if it's gone normal. Last week when it tipped, I was worried about going further back. And so what I was truly worried about is if you get into a situation that I can't get myself out of. Once you're trapped with your inner thoughts, the pain, the inner demon that's basically trying to pull you apart. Am I strong enough again to get myself out? So what I did,
you're not by
was
yourself this time, though.
That's the difference this time around. Because I'm open about it, people know about it. It's easier. Like for example, I rung you.
Yes,
Just by you having that conversation.
and I checked in with you.
Yeah, and just that take that little. It just I don't know. It just takes an edge. Doesn't cure it, but it takes the edge off of it. Knowing that somebody understands, you're not crazy, you're not heading back there. Yes, you've had a slip, but it's like having you and people, my brother, and all the different safety net. It's like a safety net. Whereas I was trying to deal with it by myself and not had anyone to talk to before, I can make that phone call. I'm fucked. I'm going in the wrong direction, and you're like, yeah, okay, well, let's do it. Following day, how are we doing? What's up? And just knowing somebody's there just to catch you, it changed it. It takes the edge. Not that you can stop it, but it's knowing that somebody's there, or you've got a support network, or you've got the tools to pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Yep, you've had a slip. You haven't gone all the way back. Come on, let's climb the ladder again. You've done it once. You've done it twice. Just go up a little bit further. So each time you fall, you don't fall as far. And that's the bit I'm worried that I go too far falling and nobody can catch me.
Do you reckon we're too self-indulgent these days? Do you
Well,
reckon we think
yeah.
too much of ourselves, and that's actually why we're feeling not great, because we have time to do that? And
Maintaining your mental health, we don't. So the problem I've got is I'm always second guessing myself.
which gets you,
It's basically I overcomplicate it. So obviously
which gets you.
nowhere. That's the point. Whereas before it got bad, I could look at a situation and solve it, knowing I was right, rather than second guessing or going with your gut. Is this the right thing to do? Is this the wrong thing to do? I've got to kind of now open my inner thoughts out to other people to kind of reevaluate. Yes, you were right, Scott. You don't need to. It's not you've overthought it. That was the right thing. And that's where I keep doing it. It's overthinking the situation when it was as simple as it could have been.
Can you let things go?
That's the bit that I'm struggling with at the moment.
I don't think you can.
I don't. When it's painful, I kind of build a wall to stop myself feeling that pain again.
Which, funny enough, what you've actually just done is built the wall
That's
where you
closing
are.
me in and closing myself back in, which stops myself from experiencing everything else. As in, you know what happened back then with what we were talking about. It shouldn't bother me now, right? It's a whole different life.
No. I think we can always pretend to say that we're okay until something pushes us to say that we're not okay. You know, I think the past will always slightly scar us. You know, the element of things happening to us will make you take it, for instance, on the puppy, right? If a puppy is hit with a broom, I guarantee, no matter what you do, that dog will always be scared when you get the broom out. No matter if it was never you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with you. And what you have to do is not just go, okay, forever the dog's scared of the broom. Either barks at it or cowers away or bites it or whatever, right? What you have to do, and I think what you are doing slowly, I think, is to rehabilitate. And when that broom came out, don't make it scary. Allow those things to happen, but this time you're like, don't never show them the broom again, because that's never going to fix them. Because when it takes someone else to get a broom out, and they're like, "Rrr," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you just figure out, like, I'm going to have to deal with that broom, and they're going to have to deal with it too. So I need to use this, and I need the dog to not react to it. So we're going to do it in a way that we're going to do it more. They're going to see it more, but I'm never going to go, woo, I'm never going to.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the past is always going to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to you of how you allow it to
I
be.
feel like if I can use it as a strength rather than a weakness, sometimes it makes it a weakness. I want to use it as a strength.
But what do you learn out of weakness?
That you made mistakes.
Yeah, I think we're too boneheaded when we get success or we do things right. That we're like, yeah, I knew that. Instead of going, what did I learn from that? You don't think about what you learn from it when it just goes well.
No.
You think about everything when it goes terrible, and then you beat yourself up about it, and it keeps on going round and round. Right now, I've got a situation with a friend, and it's highly complicated. It's such a web. It's such a web of emotions on multiple levels, on multiple people. I have a picture in my bedroom. I only have one photograph in my bedroom, one photograph, and it's me and two friends at a wedding. And me and a friend are both best men for our friend who's getting married, right? And we're laughing. We're also alive. That picture will never happen again because of so many different factors. And I still look at that. That picture is it's like on my bedside table, right? I look at that picture like every day. And I'm like, that was good times.
Yeah, and that's what you need to appreciate, the good times and that's the bit I try to hang on to, knowing that there's going to be a good day, right?
Yeah.
And having the right people. Life is just so short to be constantly worried about what happened in the past.
I guarantee
people think
when you get
it gets overwhelming.
When you get to 80, you're going to be like, and I ask you, what would you change? You're like, I just would worry less.
That's what I want to do, and it's pissing me off that I can't get a complete grip on it.
I had the most lovely video thing, and it's about like kids and them driving you absolutely insane, right? So sometimes, when your kids, like, how old are your kids if you go from the top to bottom? What?
13, 14, 15, 17.
Right, okay, cool. You're in your prime then. And so they're driving you absolutely insane, and they're just doing stupid stuff, mundane stuff, nothing too like crazy, but like just you're like, what? And they said, imagine that you're 80, and you close your eyes at 80, and by closing your eyes, you went back into a time machine of this time right now. And you opened them, and you saw your kids doing those stupid things that you're like, oh, for God's sake. How amazing would that be?
Yeah. You want them to be gone. I say to be gone, grown up and all the rest of it.
But you don't really.
But you're going to miss it when you've got a quiet house. You've got... So my eldest son, he lives with me. He's lived with me for quite a long time. He picks up. He's learned when I'm having a bad time. And all he'll do, he thinks he's a bit of a road man and all the rest of it. He's hard as nails. But sometimes he'll just walk up. Love you, Dad. Give you that tap. Walk off. And that's all I needed. It's all I needed. And it's to know that the thing for me is that eventually I hope he has the same relationship with his kids. That I've given him enough to not go down the same bullshit path as I did with my kids at the beginning. And it's now got to the point where I want them to grow up, but I don't want them to grow up. I want to stay where they are. But I'm looking forward to grandchildren and all the rest of it and life to chill. Life start for me with the kids. Obviously, I've got the 3 boys living with me now. Things are starting to settle. My life is starting to go into the right thing, and it's reminding myself, yes, okay, I want this to succeed and I want to help other people, but it's reminding myself, yes, I've lost money, I've had money, but right now with what I'm doing with my kids and how I am with them, I'm the richest man in the world. And it's knowing that, and obviously me trying to explain to some of the people I'm helping, now listen, honestly, you're going through the same things as I did. I can tell you, if you do this, you'll help yourself then. Because I learned all the bollocks and went through all the bullshit and treaded all the fucking water and all the rest of it in the wrong direction, and someone pushed me in the right one. Oh, right, okay, that was better. But knowing that I have a support network and my kids around me, and I don't care if I don't work. I don't care. As long as I have money to feed them and give them what they need, that's what I'm interested in. Whereas before I was chasing, oh, right, I want a Lamborghini, I want the cars, I want this, I want that. It's all false crap that you don't actually truly need.
Doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean. I've had it. It didn't change anything. All it meant was I just spent more money on fuel and services, and I had all the different cars. Everything had smart, and nothing mattered. It doesn't. Everyone thinks money does change things. It helps, clearly. Obviously pays the bills, pays everything. But it doesn't make...
It causes problems as well.
Yeah. It caused as much problems as it solved.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. So at the weekend, I was down with my friend, and he had a stroke at the end of last year, and he's coming back better and stuff like that, but still, slow and stuff like that. And he's got 2 older kids, and then his girlfriend has 2 younger kids and stuff, and it was so nice. They were getting their garden done, and we were just outside just playing football, and then some of them just wanted to go and climb a tree, and then someone picked up a stick and we're doing like a sword fight with a stick and stuff like that. And the younger ones, that they came back from their from the dad's house, and she turned to mum. She just went, "I've just had the best time." And she was like, "Oh, with dad?" She's like, "No, just being here doing this." And we weren't doing anything.
No,
We're doing cartwheels and playing football and like climbing trees and fighting with sticks and giggling and laughing and stuff like that. Like, it was nothing. I bought people's postcard lottery little beanie hats, right? And I just said, "Oh, have these," right? They put them on straight away. They're like, "Oh my God." They just loved them. It was hilarious. And those moments, and then I looked back at my friend, and he was sat on his new porch, right? It was like half made, and sat on his new porch, and beforehand there was garages before, so you couldn't really see the garden. Now you can. And he was just watching. He was just taking videos and just taking these times and moments.
Memories that you're never going to get back again, right?
Yeah. And it was just like, and I looked at a photograph, and I showed a photograph of 5 years ago of his kids. I was like, how is this 5 years ago? They're like children, and now look at them, they're like men. Like, it's so weird, but they still, like, when I came in the door, they were like, "You all right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I went, "Come in then." I was like, "What?" And just give a hug, and like, "Oh, thanks, mate." You know what I mean? Just
That made your day, right?
But like your kid's been just like, "You all right?
Yeah.
I love you, Dad." And you're like, "Okay, I'm not going to cry."
Little things can appreciate in the moments like that.
I just come up with something. I think life's a bit like this. Life's like a really, really hot cup of tea, right? Before you put milk in it. And when you put milk in it, it was just something completely different. Like, what other drinks you put milk in apart from Nesquik? You know what I mean? Like, it's not even a drink, it's just like powder. But you put milk in this, milk and water. It's so weird and stuff like that, but it all works. But the main reason why it works is because it makes this kind of nicer blend of colours. It's not so, bleak and dark and stuff like that. It's kind of nice and just this nice thing. But it also cools it down so you can drink it. So you can enjoy it. Because try and drink a drink that's just hot water with a tea bag, and like you're going to be there for like a couple of hours. But that milk is like something you think that wouldn't work, or something you think like that's a bit strange, or that's you have to go out, you have to buy the milk, you have to put it in the fridge, you have to you could just put some cold water in there, but it doesn't do the same. I think that's what other people do for you. I think other people, you're like this hot mug of tea. This is such a weird analogy, but like, and everyone else around you just kind of simmers you down.
Yeah,
they cool you
takes
down.
The edge off it.
It takes the edge, and it really does, because your own mind is just lava, and then other people just go, "Love you, Dad," and then you're like melt, and you're like, "Oh, okay." And literally, I swear that's what you need to do. You don't need to have loads of people around you. You just have to have some good core people that just go, "I get you, and you understand me, and I understand you, and the bits that I don't understand, it's also you, and I love those bits."
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really important that if you reach out, the people around you that care about you, they really do. And if you weren't here anymore, it's difficult. It's really difficult. I've known anyone I've known to whose parent has either died or killed themselves, even worse. They feel so lost, and then they
Passing
feel
the pain
like,
on, aren't you? That's how I see it. That's what
mate,
stopped
it's
me
like
from
passing
doing.
down.
You're literally passing the problem down to the next person rather than breaking the chain. That's how I saw it. That's what stopped me from, when I was in my darkest time, doing anything stupid again. Was literally, all I'm doing is creating another generation, not just me by myself. I'm putting it possibly into 4 that having to deal with the same thing, and then that casts down to their kids if one of them does something stupid and so forth. Yeah, it's, and obviously I wouldn't want that for them.
History is harsh, and if you found out that, you know, your granddad killed himself, you'd be like, do I have that in me?
And that's the bit. It kind of, I don't know. I just find by even doing this podcast, it's helped me. It helps me. Like, I can feel myself calming. Like the analysis, like the lava, just by talking about it, I can feel it getting colder.
Am I your milk?
Oh God! You're
Suck from the
that went in the whole wrong direction, didn't it? But Luke, don't just sit there.
He's ignoring us. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, yeah. I think the good thing is just to reach out. What I've been doing, and you know, life's really, really tough, and I feel like we run out of time. But you have to make time. And I know actually there's a few people that actually at this moment probably need me more than I need them, and so I'm just like, okay, I'll just make the effort.
But I found, even with people that are in a similar boat that are my friends, just by texting them, like I do most of it in the morning. I'll be sat there, I've had a fag, I've had a coffee. Okay, what would I need right now? Okay, morning, mate. How was life?
Yeah.
Nice and simple. And just that little thing, oh, wherever we're in a fort, and I've caught a few people, like my mate Dave. He goes back, right, mate? And he knows full well what I've done.
Where's your phone now? You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to take right now. You can do it as well, and people in the room. I want you to just text someone that you feel might just need you for, like, just not even need you, just like a little pick me up, little just like, I'm on your side. Like, please don't worry. Like, you mean a lot to me. Actually, I messaged my godson actually, and I said, by the way, I think you're awesome. No, I took a picture of him, and he went, cute guy, about himself. I was like, self-indulgent muppet. And I said, you're awesome, like, godson. And I said, I'm super proud of you, mate. And he messaged back and went, thank you so much. I'm like,
And that's all I need.
but
Something like
I
that
guarantee
can
I've
just
never
change
said
everything.
that to him. I guarantee that I've never said that to him. He knows. But I guarantee I've never said that to him. Like, I'm super proud of you. I'm going to text my other godson right now as well. So let's text him. This is for you, Finn. He'll be like, who this? Well, I got
some guy texting me.
I lost all my contacts. Who is this?
You reckon?
Yeah. No, I'm joking. No, this should be at school, to be honest. No, he should be doing
So you could get him detention then for...
Imagine, yeah, because he's there.
to prove a point on my mental health. you gave him
My
detention.
godfather just got me a detention, it's fine. Of you.
I'd done that to my son before because he forgot to tell me he had detention. Texted him while he was in detention, got another detention for answering the phone while he was in detention.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Alex just texted me.
Oh.
He says, when are you leaving? We like the other guy better. What other guy? Is Kai coming back? No, he just messaged and said, all right, mate. Hope all is good. All is good. Thank you very
Simple.
much.
It can be as simple as that. It might
Do
not
it now, though. I want you to do it now. Don't worry about it. Don't have to pause this. We'll be rabbiting on about something random, of course, but do it now. I think it'd be quite nice.
It can just... Oh,
Oh, what have you got?
you didn't want to feel... Let me feel that. Oh,
Is it clean? No. Is Alex text you as well? Is he going for that? It's gone now. Read it out. Couldn't read it out. Read what he said.
Wait on like 2 seconds.
Alex is trolling us, which is quite nice.
I know you're bald, but you're a good guy.
Ah,
See, little things like that. Just sometimes a laugh. Sometimes
your beard is on point. Are you going the same place as Luke? Because Luke's beard is pretty good as well. Yeah, it's good though.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I was wondering if it suited me or not.
I think I like it. Like not like that, but I think I like it. Don't get upset that I don't fancy you.
I'm not into it. Why wouldn't? Listen, right. You can say I'm hot. It's not a problem.
No, I never not said that you were hot. Everyone just thinks you look like Joe Rogan, to be honest. But it's just because you got a bald head.
You trying to say all bald men look the same?
Yeah. What?
Wow.
Wow.
You went there.
Can you mock up any bald person and put them next to another picture of Scott and say they look the same? I think there's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. that it's just, you look just like my husband, and she's like, I look nothing like. Yeah.
So
no hair.
beard's on point.
Beard's on point.
Do you reckon I should dye it?
No.
What do you reckon?
No.
Yeah, but it's grey coming through.
No.
What, keep the grey?
Yes.
Why?
George Clooney it up. Be distinguished. Do not change yourself. Do not dye your hair. It's weird. If you do it and it makes you feel better, fantastic. But just don't do it.
We'll just go with the grey.
I say the same thing to anyone. Don't do any plastic surgery in your face. And don't. Oh, have you done some already?
Yeah, on my face, didn't I? There when I pulled my cheek off.
Oh yeah, but that's different. That's different plastic surgery. That's because it has to be, not in the sense you're trying to look like a beautiful butterfly. You know what I mean?
So you heard it here first. He thinks I'm hot and my beard's on point.
There we go.
When are you going to make our
What?
the song for us?
You keep on saying a song, but like, what do you want? Is it a jingle you want? Or?
We wanted the jingle. Remember?
Yeah. I know, but it needs to be. I don't know. I need to go back to drawing board. I think.
Have you done a jingle for the other podcast?
Yeah, 7.
Right. So have you boys got a jingle then?
No.
Did he make you a jingle?
No.
Have you got an opening bit on the screen where the thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, but that's like we created it ourselves.
I created that myself. Where's my jingle? Are you trying to say football's more important than mental health?
Football is mental health. Sensible Football Talk. You can find it.
That was
every
clever.
Thursday.
We'll put the bit in the bottom.
Thanks, man. Oh giggity. What's your plan for the rest of the week?
Trying to sort out, obviously, the episodes which we're about to do with you, who we're
Sorry,
bringing on
Alex's
next.
beard is superior. Sorry. I'm sorry. I feel really bad that we talked about your guys' half beards when Alex is there with an actual beard. Looks great, man. It's fine.
But it's ginger.
Leave. No, gingers are good.
Didn't say they weren't good. That's a bit like saying all bald men look the same. Well, at least I have hair.
Right, stop. Okay.
Right, okay.
Fine. Week, what's going on?
So the rest of this week, I am literally lining up the sponsors and the guests. We have, and obviously for future people, if you do subscribe now, would be good. Some of the episodes that are going to come out are going to be very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Intense.
Intense, very intense ones. Some of the guests that we've got coming on and what they've been through. It's a very intense story. So watch with caution. Is that the right word?
Yeah, we'll say that at the beginning. So we'll just say there's some.
Do we need to do like Netflix where it says drugs, violence, and all that sort
Maybe.
of stuff? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little warning just at the beginning.
Yeah, so we've got that lined up. The rest of the week, obviously, me and Luke are off doing bits and pieces for Berkshire Media. And yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely.
All going on. Yeah, I'm just in and about doing different things. It's
Do another podcast with other people.
we've got gonna have a new king.
Oh yeah, that's this weekend, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you hear about it last night then? What someone did?
No.
Chucked a bag through, is it Buckingham Palace they did it? Yeah, Buckingham Palace with ammunition in it, and it had to be exploded.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Like that's normal.
It's not normal, but I just don't want to give it any more than that. Where were you last night? As always, Scott is always looking for sponsors. So if you do want to sponsor the podcast, or you do want to be a guest on the podcast, all you have to do is send us a message. Just DM this one, because I'm not very good at getting back to people.
Clearly.
Stop it. Little quote of the day. Anything going on in your brain?
I'm still doing. It will get better and better.
Is what it is.
It is what it is. No, that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Even when you go into the dark, you will get there.
Oh God, that sounds like a nearly sort of Shakespearean.
You just ruined the quote now, didn't you?
No, I left a little bit of a pause. I can cut it.
Is that where you're going to take it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's fine.
So even now, I'm still doing in the mirror. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. I'm still doing that.
That's a great way to be.
I'll get there. I'll be the best version of myself. Maybe not tomorrow, but at some point in the future, I'll be the better version of myself.
Mine would be like, don't let the past define you.
And the question is, why are you not wearing one of these?
Never been given one.
Guess we best get you one now.
Yeah, I'll wear it next week.
What colour do you want?
Whatever, I don't care. I don't see colour. I'm joking.
Why are you doing?
Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the podcast.
Please subscribe. Let's get these numbers up. Let's get to the 1,000.
What are we going to do with 1,000?
We're having a party. I've already
What?
told Luke what outfit you're going to wear as well.
What is this?
Oh, I can't say it now. It's going to be a surprise.
Okay, I'm up for it. Let's do it. Unless it's a bloody Spurs top, you can all go.
Oh, no. Oh. I might see if Spurs want to sponsor us.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
We sponsor them, so post gallery. Anyway, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Ciao.
Bye, guys.